Hi everyone, well today I'm going to review another small sample that I got from Total Wine, from a distillery that has really impressed me. We're going to review Still Austin, the Artist, Straight Rye Whiskey, 99.6 proof. So this is now going to be the third expression that I've tried from Still Austin, two of which have been in small samples like this. The original expression, which was a full bottle that I got it in Florida at a Total Wine down there, was the Still Austin Cask Strength Bourbon. Absolutely loved it, blew me away, especially because of the 2-year age statement. It just drinks so much more well-developed and mature than a 2-year-old whiskey. I just can't believe it. So I got that bottle in Florida, and then ultimately it did show up in New Jersey at Total Wines here, and my second bottle I purchased there. Definitely due to get a third. So absolutely love the Still Austin Cask Strength Bourbon. The second one I've tried was in a sample similar to this, also a Total Wine, and that was the regular, called the flagship, the regular 90s, somewhere in the 90s proof bourbon. I did like that, but certainly like the Cask Strength better. As seems to be the theme. There's a lot of times when there's the same distillery, and the only difference is the proof. I generally have liked the higher proof better. In this case, I like the lower proof expression. Sometimes in other cases I just don't, but I like the high proof. So that one's good. Cask Strength, much, much better. So this is now the third. And the story with this is I should have actually reviewed this already. I had previously purchased a sample like this at Total Wine, along with a whole bunch of other samples, and for some reason, just can't explain what happened, but when I brought it home, I took out all the stuff from the bag, and this one was missing. Maybe it'll show up here, maybe it's probably sitting on the floor, maybe it just dropped somewhere, probably is, but in any event, ultimately, I went back to Total Wine when I wanted to get a couple of other things, and I figured I'll get it again. This is the only place I've seen this sample in, as far as any liquor stores around me. So if you watch my videos, I'm not the biggest rye guy, but I have gotten into ryes over time. Some I really like, some not so much. So this one is the Still Austin, the Artist, and they say these bottles, all of them, just have such amazing artwork on them. So that's what this is called, as opposed to, I think the Musician is the bourbon. Still Austin, the Artist, Straight Rye Whiskey. I don't know how they got to a 99.6 proof. Why not just go for the 100? But in any event, or even better, go for the bottle and bond. But this is 99.6 proof, also aged at least 2 years. This distillery is just, it's amazing, because I think definitely due to the climate and the Texas heat, these 2-year-old whiskeys are aged and taste like they are several years more mature. But things age and mature faster in the Texas heat. That seems to be the case. So this is aged at least 2 years. Of course, it's the company and the distillery. This is the Still Austin Whiskey Company in Austin, Texas. The mash bill, this is going to be interesting. It's 100% Texas rye. Now, my experience with that has generally not been good for my own taste, because when I have ryes, I'm good with ryes, and some I like more than others. But for me, I prefer, when I'm going to have a rye, I prefer that the rye content be just kind of over that 51% to make it a straight rye. I have not been a fan where the rye is much more significant than that. I like corn as, at least to have maybe in the 30s as a percentage, to have a little bit of a sweetener as a balance. I think I've maybe done this a couple of times, and unfortunately, the only other Texas rye I've had was a Balcones, which I don't want to compare to this, because I have found this to be much better. But this particular one was 100% rye, and it tasted like grass to me. It literally felt like I was just taking grass from the ground and eating it. That was what Balcones tasted like to me. I'm hoping this is better. I feel it will be, but I'm just not sure how much I'm going to like this, but we'll see. So that's really the deal with this. But I have to say, I've become a real fan of Still Austin. If not for this, we'll see how this is, but certainly their bourbon, their Cask Strength is just off the charts. What I do need to try is their single barrel. That's something that I haven't told wine. But let's give this a shot. We're going to pour it up, and we're going to see how this tastes. Let's go. Okay, we have this poured up. Now, before I even taste this, what I think no matter how I feel about this, I'm pretty sure that the Cask Strength version of this, which I've heard is really good, I probably would like more. But let's see how this is. So this is 99.6 proof. Certainly not a low proof. We'll call it a medium proof. We got some medium color there. Kind of like a nice copper type of color. So let's give this a nose. Okay, that's nice. That's not a bad nose at all. It's not coming off as some type of I'll put it this way, Balcones, when I smell it, just tastes like very graininess, which sometimes exists in certain ryes. This is not that. It's hard to kind of describe, but this is just a pleasant nose. I'm smelling some dare I say some like cinnamon out of that, but this is not bad. So this is a good start. Let's give this a taste. Cheers. Okay. This is not bad. Just to even say that being 100% rye is already, for me, really good. Because when I had that Balcones, and I don't want to compare the two, it's two different distilleries, just because it's both Texas. It's not a good comparison, but I compare it because that was 100% rye, and I didn't like it. This already is definitely more than drinkable. It's almost got a little heat in it. It's got a little heat in it. It's not drinking at all, to me, like 100% rye. I definitely feel like if you told me this was, in the 50s to 60%, and it was the rest of it corn, I would believe it. This does not drink like 100% rye, so that's a good thing for me. It's got nice legs on the glass. Again, this does not drink like it's 2 years old either. So, I mean, I can tell if I really pay attention, which I'm trying to, I can tell that there is certainly a significance of rye, but this by no means drinks to me like a 100% rye. Not at all. I would definitely think there was sweetness in here. And a decent finish isn't like going on forever, but it definitely drinks. It's a little bit of heat in there. So, for I would say it's a bold 99.6 proof. Well, let's just call it 100 proof. Come on. I will absolutely say this is a surprise. It's not a surprise because of the fact that I really like Still Awesome and everything they're putting out. It is a surprise because it being 100% rye, 100% Texas rye. My other experience was not the same. This is good. So I would think that my thought process is now having had this, and this is great. I love these samples. If you're not sure about something and you want to give it a shot, I mean, this just is like, I'm a huge proponent of samples like this. This was, I don't know, it was a few dollars. It certainly pays to have that than buy something for, $50, $60 or whatever this might be, and not like it. So I will say that if I see the cask strength rye, I will definitely get it. This is very good. I will tell you that, we'll say one of my favorite high proof ryes. And if you've seen my videos, you'll probably know what I'm going to say. The Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, love it. So when it's a high proofer, I really like it. But this being under 100 proof, just a drop, the fact that I like it this much is a very, very pleasant surprise to me. So let me finish this up here. We'll finish in a minute. Okay, this is good. I will say this definitely exceeded my expectations because of the fact that the grain did not exceed my expectations. It met my expectations because of the distillery. But the fact that this is all rye and I like it this much, I'm definitely going to be looking out for the cask strength. So this was a pleasant surprise, but love Still Austin and highly recommend checking out their products. Cheers.